All right, hey everyone, it is your favorite CEO, Miss Flo, and today you guys are gonna watch me race in Virtual Road Rage. Ta-da! Cue title card and music. In the future, if you would like to play me live, here is my friend code. Oh, right here. Yeah, there you go. Boop. My friend code right there. Make sure that you save it, screenshot it, take a picture of it, and then, request to be part of my network. And then I will drop my Discord location later. Not location, my information. Oh my God. It's a little bit of a fog brain. I am a bit congested, but I'm also irritated. So let's go. Mhm. All right, just to get warmed up, we got to start off with single player. I gotta try to beat myself. Always be better. I'm always in competition with myself. All right, so if you're new to this channel, this is a new show, Virtual Road Rage, and this is a show where I basically vent about things that piss me off while I try to play Mario Kart. I figure anything that pisses me off, I could just turn into content. Today I have with me Saquon. If you're not familiar with
Hello.
Saquon from like the Go with the Flow show, he is my student turned now best friend who is still in Indiana right now. How are things going in Indiana during Pride Month?
I'm going to Indie Pride this Saturday. Indie Pride is this Saturday coming up. And I'm going, and it's going to be so fun. Last year was kind of mid, only because my expectations were from DC Pride.
Yeah.
But hopefully it'll, you can only go up from there.
Okay, well that's good. I said again, happy Pride Month to everybody. I hope everybody is able to celebrate safely. You understand things
Absolutely.
are going crazy, and the first thing I'm going to vent about is what I've been hearing with the situation with Target. So first, let me pick
Mm.
my time. Yeah, because I like the vehicle I had before. I mean, I tried this last
Wait, are you
time.
talking about the guy that was like throwing stuff in Target?
No, it's the issue. Okay, so there's several things going on with not just Target, but major corporations, um, kind of pretending to be allies, so to
Yeah.
speak, but just kind of capitalizing
Also, just the
on,
gayness.
what I mean, on Pride Month, Juneteenth, things like that. So one situation with Target down south, they had to pull a lot of the Pride merch. I'm just go with this vehicle for right now. Um, which sucks because okay, so I have a couple of feelings about it. Yes, we all understand that when major corporations um have a themed section based on whatever month it is, this is we have Pride Month and Juneteenth. And we all know this
Hmm.
just just a way for them to make money. You know what I mean? We're new
Yeah.
to the game at this point. So I'm gonna do Bone Dry Dunes. Okay. So here's so what
Also,
pro-
I want to apologize in advance if there's any noise distractions. I am cooking.
see, I appreciate you for that. I'm not cooking for anything. Everything I have is you know,
Warm
microwave.
upable.
Yeah. Because I just don't have the patience for cooking whatsoever. Uh I can ease up on the brake. So I'm trying to use the pedal. Ooh, Lord. Just fell into the sand. Okay. Um but here's my thing, like with like really upsets me. We're dealing with a lot of random legislate. Oh my God, please don't fall over the edge. Just, I need to break. There we go. Break. There we go. Okay. I haven't done this in a while. I haven't been practicing offline, so bear with me. Okay. So my whole thing is that we're in like dealing with such heavy legislation right now. Like so many bans against trans, drag, across the nation. Like it's not just in Florida. Florida be on some other stuff, but
Girl,
like
Florida.
it's
We ain't gonna talk about
everywhere.
Florida.
And I feel like with the corporations, at least it allows people to be seen. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Um, and for them to like to pull the merch because I understand they did it for the safety of the employees because people were threatening like the employees if they didn't pull the merch or whatever. And I'm like,
So wait, okay. So I need some backstory because I'm not fully aware of everything. You
this is
have
what
some
I
backstory
just
for
like.
me.
I just saw a couple posts on it, and
Which platform? Twitter or
on
Facebook?
Instagram, on Instagram,
Instagram. Okay.
and I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like people really think that there is a gay agenda, and like we're just trying to corrupt kids. But then I saw this other post that really made sense. So it's this other guy, I can't remember his name, but he made like so much sense because he has like a son and a daughter. And he was like, one time, his son was given a shirt that said, lock up your daughters because that's giving him the title of the role that he's supposed to be straight and a
Mhm.
danger to women.
Exactly.
And then, his little girl got, um, I forgot what other show she said got or whatever, but it was most likely something sexist or saying that she can only be married to someone powerful,
Yeah.
instead of being powerful herself. And it's like those shirts are okay, but the
Shirt that
pride
literally says
stuff gotta go.
slay.
Oh,
Yeah. Like literally a shirt that says slay and rainbows. That's definitely the gay agenda. Honestly.
but I mean, look, it's really not hurt. Oh, and here's the other thing I forgot to mention. So some people are doing is like posting. Oh my God, I'm just crashing. Okay, so we're posting videos of like grabbing stuff from the adult section
Hmm.
and like pretending it's in the little kids section,
Ew.
and then making it it's like, oh, they're trying to encourage our kids to tuck. It's not there. Like, why you starting stuff?
So
And when it's not the case.
let's wear this shirt.
And it like it's very disheartening. So I'm gonna just say this for anybody that's listening. Nobody is trying to actively turn anybody gay, queer, or whatever. They've been
No.
here. You're born that way, baby. To quote Lady Gaga. You know,
And,
like
and all
I
honesty,
like
it's
okay,
really
go
this
ahead.
is me coming from a queer person. It's really weird telling because you know all they use have the same fucking excuse. Oh, the Bible says. The Bible says. Yeah, I do know that homosexuality was changed. The word homosexuality because they like to quote the Bible. Thou not shalt lay with another man, or some shit like that. The word homosexuality wasn't changed in the Bible until the very early like 50s or 40s
Yeah.
because the word before that was like sodomize, like you would like rape, and that was for men raping men or men raping children, and it
Mm,
wasn't like these are facts that like anybody can look up, and and I will quote sources if you really want me to, because honey, I will. But like I said, it this isn't like something that was just always there because they like to use the excuse. But I'm gonna tell you something, this isn't something that was a thing until early on because
mm,
people figure, oh well, we all know about the Catholic fucking church, how much they love the dilly little boys
mm.
and girl.
Oh my
Because at
God.
the end of the day, yes.
No,
Because at
I'm
the end of
sorry. I
the
was about to
day,
go in reverse. I'm so sorry. I'm still listening.
it's just embarrassing because you have all this about how homosexuality is wrong, this and third. Y'all do know that there were gay people in like Greece, and like they had like bathhouses where like in ancient Roman Greece, and like how they would just go in bathhouses and jerk each other off and fuck. Like that was a thing back then. So
Yeah, that was
homosexuality,
like it's always been a thing.
that
It's
was a
nothing
norm.
new. So it's
And
just
like,
I don't know. People are weird,
yeah,
and it it's very heart-wrenching. I would say this, like me being as an educator, as a teacher, not just in high school, like while I was a student, I was like volunteering at aftercare. I'm gonna tell you this. You can always tell when somebody got a little extra sugar in their tank. To be perfectly transparent, you know? Um, it
that
just you just could just see it. And instead of trying to like force them to be straight, you know, like you could just say like we see you for who you are and like we love and appreciate you and that makes all the difference in the world. But to like actively um, you know, just do what you can to make sure that they're not seen or heard or have no little to no active representation of like who they are as a person is just oh my God. You know, it's heartbreaking, you know, and our children deserve more than that. They deserve better than that. And I need like whoever these right brain people to just like mind their business. Stay out of gay people's business and everything would be better. But you trying to like have a heavy hand in uh who the queer people are and just trying to silence them, like that's crazy to me. Like
exactly.
I just need let them have their peace, let them be like they're not doing anything that is harmful. Like if they're in their peace, leave them be. You know what I'm saying? Ooh,
Like I
oh
said, the
Lord.
problem isn't the gay thing. Like that's not what people's problem is. People just assume they associate gay with like some like rape and stuff like that, and no one cares that you're gay. Their fear is that oh you're not the fear of like oh you're gonna make my child gay. The fear is oh this man is gonna take advantage of my child, and that you don't have to worry about gay people doing that, honey. You gotta worry
No,
about your freak.
right.
You gotta
Most
worry
gay
about
people
your.
don't even like kids
I'm
at all.
saying. Name me one homosexual that's willing to even fucking babysit a kid. Not me.
Mm-mm.
I hate little human demons.
So that that's what like just really upsets me. I'm just like, let's debunk the myths and let's focus on what we really damn, I lost to myself. I did better the first time on this map. All right, I just got use I'm using the pedals. I'm trying to incorporate the pedals. Let's try to change the course a little bit and then change the course. Oh, there you go. I feel like I did. Let me go back. I had to switch something because I feel like I did better when I was on that setting. Let's go Bowser's Castle.
Are you doing like a time race where you're racing yourself?
Yeah, I do that
Nice.
first to just kind of because I haven't been online for a while because I was just like so busy with work. So just a brief update from my last rant. So the good news is I didn't have to do two graduations.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Is that what?
Yeah, because it's like I felt like I was overwhelmed. It's just
Mm-hmm.
very frustrating. I had to pick up the slack where somebody else at the other campus should have been, actively working with students because the whole point of like my journalism program is to have several bureaus so that we could cover more ground. But
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't seem to be the case. And
Like you said, this is a capitalist society, so they're not going to spend more money when you just do all the work.
I
You
didn't,
know?
so I what happened was like I didn't get a chance to cover the graduation because my team had to go. I thought I at least had one person, but something came up, and then I was like, I wasn't covering by myself. And I called my
Mhm.
boss and told her, and she understood. Because it's like it's a lot. There's so many things that can happen. Oh my God. So many things that can happen at graduation. Like you can't cover everything. You need like several photographers. So
Exactly. We had several photographers when I didn't graduate. But was it? Wait, didn't I take pictures on graduation?
yes, you did.
That's hilarious. That's funny as fuck. I took pictures of my own high school graduation. I didn't graduate, you guys, so have that little bit of joy. That's hilarious.
Oh my God. But the pictures came out nice, so
They
there's
did
that.
came out nice. I was very petty though about the pictures. Very petty. I
Um,
wasn't thinking. At one point, I wasn't even taking pictures of people. I was just taking pictures of the flow.
but
Still pretty.
yeah. Oh my God, I am really falling off the course here. Please. I'm just like, let me just in.
Do, 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 do.
I had to like cut the music off of the game because if you're wondering why like that's silent, it's mostly because it seemed like it was skipping to me.
Mm. Did
Um,
you hear me when my mic went out? Or I don't know. But my
not
alarm went
sure.
off and like I
When did your mic go off?
again. You didn't notice that?
Uh, no, I don't think it.
Whoa. Oh,
Also, like this is oh Lord. Um, weird thing. Apparently, there was a sonic boom earlier today. I didn't hear it. I was asleep. I just like I only reason I know about it because like I saw it trending on Twitter under explosions. I was like, explosions? Like, what explosion happened now? It's like, it's another environmental disaster or what? So, but it was like a sonic boom that went off. Yeah. And like, that's my students because I have a group chat with my students to give them updates. They don't always use it for updates, but I asked them, and they heard about it. I mean, not heard about it, like they actually heard it. So like that.
So you're
Crazy.
telling me there was a jet flying over DC that was moving so fast across the sonic boom,
Yep.
and you were asleep? Jesus Christ.
I honestly like when I say well I came on. So crampy is
So
not an
you were,
issue, but like fatigue is like
yeah.
so heavy with me. Like I was knocked out. Oh my God, like can I stay on this road? Like I need to get it together before I do like the online thing. Cause just you know what I mean? I just gotta get my bearing, you
Can
know?
you imagine if somebody comment on the life of Twitch and they're like, I'm not even listening to you guys right now. I'm just watching how shit you are. This
I mean, whatever gets your kicks at this point. Um, but yeah, it's like this weird. It's like we don't need another scare in DC. I think people are still shook from the earthquake that happened
that
like several
happened.
years
Oh my
ago.
god. I was in middle school when the earthquake happened in DC. And it was so weird because it was the first time I ever experienced an earthquake. Weird. Off putty. Weird as fuck. And I was like, DC out of all places with an earthquake? Ugh. Throw the whole
Yeah,
earth away. Ugh.
it was crazy, and I was like, we're the nation's capital. We don't need to hear any explosions. I was around when 9/11 happened and all of that. Like it is,
It's scary. Not to
it's
mention, the science behind earthquakes is like, tectonic plates shifting under the Earth's crust, and DC is nowhere near one. So it's really funny that we heard one.
maybe it
I
was
think
an
the nearest
earthquake.
one.
Maybe that was the cover up. Who knows?
Ooh.
But I'm just like I was around during 9/11, even though my this is what like another thing that pisses me off. I understand that I'm older than my students, and there are some things that they will haven't experienced. The last time we went to New York. and
Hmm.
they were like asking about the world tower, like ground zero. And they asked me like, what was ground zero?
Oh
It's
god,
like, oh,
what the
wow.
hell are y'all teaching them in school?
I was just like, huh. That
Like,
was a lot to
look,
oh my God. Bro, move! And I got flattened. I had
that
plenty of time to move. Oh, I'm gonna lose
would
to
have pissed
myself.
me off. God.
Like, what's worse is that the freshman class now was born the year I graduated high school.
Oh god. Ew.
I'm just like,
Mm. This is why I would never babysit Sam Demons or crotch goblins. Stuff like that.
please.
Gross. My sister called me the other day and was like, "You're almost 50." And I was like, "You were almost aborted."
Please.
Yeah. But
Okay, okay.
ugh.
Maybe I can recover. I can recover. Sorry, oh, spoke too soon. Oh, wait. Da, da, ooh, ooh. Oh, okay. I gotta be careful what button I press because I almost did like front vision, and I'm like, why is that a button? I'm turning too wide, I think.
What do you think the switch?
So I got an actual steering wheel with the brakes because what I've kind of
You can
noticed
make that.
was, you know how like with the Joy Cons, that drifting issue, like
Yeah.
I know it's been a while, like I have like really raced,
Mhm.
stay on the track, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay,
But like,
doing a little better.
what console are you playing the game on?
So like it's still on the Switch. I'm connected through a capture card.
Oh,
So
you ready?
huh?
No, I'm not talking to you.
Uh, but yeah, so I'm just like I understand them. I'm older. There's certain historical events that I have lived through that the students will probably only learn through their history books. I have accepted that. Um, I just don't want to actively be told about that, like
Did
at
you
all.
did you see my Snapchat earlier today?
You know I don't have Snap.
Oh yeah,
I've
that's
been
right.
got rid of that.
Yeah, that's right. But it was like a look. That was a look, posted a TikTok on my Snapchat. And it was like a girl. She was ranting. And she was like, "When one day we're gonna be old grandmas and we're gonna be sitting there yelling at our grandkids and stuff." I don't remember when Takis were $2.99,
Yeah,
and
I know, bro.
the grandchild was like, "Grandma, what are you talking about? Takis are 12 Bitcoin." And then she goes, and then I would just die right there.
Mm, oh my God. Is Bitcoin still going to be a thing? I know that we're going into like digital currency, but like I still don't
Yeah.
understand how anybody can make money over Bitcoin. I'm still convinced that it's just a giant pyramid scheme. Like the more people you get involved with it, then it's like you're taking money from the bottom. You get what I'm saying? Like that's what it feels like to me because there's too many people that that were hacked by somebody, had their Instagram taken from them,
Sorry. I will talk to you later.
and
Love you.
they were like all of a sudden pitching Bitcoin. Like I've seen that like 3 times. And I'm just like, yo, this has to be a straight up scam.
Everything in America is a scam.
So
But I think the reason why we have different different cell phone service companies or like literally everything we do goes back to either racism or capitalism or both. Everything is a fucking scam. Like there's
yeah.
no why there is like several fucking companies. Like name one reason. You can't because there's no legitimate good reason. Like all the cell phone companies do the same thing at different prices.
Yeah.
And sure, you're like, oh, well, this cell phone company has like this and this place. Well, yeah, because they have more money. They're taking more money from poor people. Everyone needs a phone. Everyone needs this. Everyone needs that. They all do the same thing. They just want your money. Hate
Uh,
this country.
yeah. It's life is unfair. Um, life is a monopoly, and I was never good at that game, so
Yeah, I'm usually in jail in that game.
I think I'm just gonna stick with the same car. I don't feel like changing. But here's something else that's
Yeah.
been like just really upsetting me. It's just the attack against black women lately online. It's nothing new. It's been happening.
So weird.
Like,
Honestly, it's just the weirdest thing I've ever heard of.
yeah, because I'm like, okay, so the first thing that I really saw was like this. You know how they do the interviews and these crunchy teenager boys rate the celebrity women. You know, that type of content that just happen to pop up and or they try to like
I just
rate
not honey. I
women.
just
And
never. Sorry.
no, but it's just like they were rating Ice Spice and they were like asked like would you, date her or whatever. First of
No.
all, some of them look like they can't even get a date themselves, like girls their own age. Like
Weird and gross.
bottom of the dating pool for real.
Like, is there anything else
And
I could be
they
worried about?
have the
Honestly.
nerve, the audacity, the gall to say that Ice Spice is ugly. No, I wouldn't date her because she's black. No, I wouldn't date her because she looks like a flounder fish or something like that. And I'm just like, who are y'all? Who are you? Okay, this is a new map. Well, let's see if I can catch up. Where? So I'm dealing with a new map. This looks stunning. The new tracks that they have on Mario Kart look dope. And currently right now the only way like I could play it is like if I play um online right now, but you can download the packs so you can play it, individually. Oh, I am. Okay, I need a torpedo. Torpedo, torpedo, torpedo. Let's go.
Um, trying to find my other headphones so I can call you on my laptop. And I got
Okay.
a pretty good pick. But probably not because I got these really expensive headphones. Fucking expensive. They're
What
what brand
what
is
is
this?
this? What? Something just dropped down from the ceiling. I don't like that.
Like from your house or the game?
The game.
Oh, okay. Because if it was your house, sweetie, you should leave
Yeah, I
now.
was like, yeah, no, it's they will. Oh my God, why would I throw
No,
the
but
Oh wow, that was kind of stupid of me.
the
I threw
brand
the bomb
Steel
and then
Series.
lost most of my stuff. Let's go. Oh,
They came with a mic too. That's crazy. So I wouldn't. I don't know where any of that stuff is on. I
I mean, there's no way that
don't
I'm
know.
gonna like catch up at this point.
Never say never. Do it.
I'm in 11th place.
Well, you can always have the power of friendship. Whatever anime bullshit there is.
Wow.
I don't know. I
I
don't
don't
know
even
what
think
that
this
plug is.
torpedo was not gonna save me. Like it,
You know what's
let
the
me.
funniest thing I've ever done in Mario Kart? I have definitely used the torpedo, and I was in like I got it in like seventh or eighth place, and I'm able to go all the way up to like third or second place, and I use it right then and there. Hilarious. I'm using a torpedo in third place.
Oh my
Most
God.
unhinged thing ever.
Yeah, I finished 11th. It be like that. It just be like I just have to get used to petals. Or I may have to just, I'm gonna get serious. I'm gonna try to see if I can just use a control because maybe that'd be a little bit easier. Try to use the pedals. I don't think it's working in my favor. But yeah, but I don't see this. This is what going back to what we were talking about with Ice Spice, and then like grossly rating her and putting her down.
It's weird.
It's very weird. It's like I feel like she wasn't really take it seriously in the beginning, with that whole Drake situation. And, a lot of people, when you like news the public eye, people will nitpick at you and find things that are wrong with you. And I'm just like, can you just let this girl live her life? You know what I'm
After
saying?
mentioning for 2 seconds, can we talk about how predatorial Drake is? It's
Who,
weird. Drake, he's predatorial.
who, Coil
Like,
Ray?
no, Drake.
Oh,
Like okay, let's give a prime example. Every time there's a new young emphasis on the young artist that comes out, he is like the first person to like either congratulate them or just hop in their DM. Like it's just really weird. Like for example, Summer Walker, SZA. It's just weird. Like these really young girls. Like the whole scandal with fucking Drake and SZA when he like outed that they slept together, and it was about to get weird because it was about to, like she was underage, but it turns out that she wasn't. But it was just weird. Like ugh,
what?
I don't. Yeah, you didn't know about that?
No, I didn't hear that. When did this happen?
Yeah. No. Oh, girl, you can look it up right now. It was Drake had like a verse in somebody's song or something when he just out and out said that he slept with SZA and he named the year and everything, and everyone was like SZA what? And everybody was doing the math after a while, and I was like, wait, that doesn't
Oh
add
my
up. Because
God, I hate this map
she
so
definitely would
much.
have been like 19 when they did that. But it turns out no, she was like of age. But it was just weird because Drake has a
Why would
habit
he
of
come
doing
out
that.
and like say that he actively slept with somebody? That's very weird. I'm just
Very.
like, we don't care. Feel like as successful as Drake is, and like whether it's his history in acting with Degrassi or on Degrassi, or all the music that he does, I'm like, why does he feel the need to still try to prove himself to everybody in like the weirdest way? Like you're an accomplished musician,
You are using
like you have these
acting way too.
accolades. I'm like, why do you feel to mention like who you slept with? It's like unnecessary validation.
Yeah. Well, when the more you are insecurity is insecurity. So that like the whole last album he had was really weird. Like he was dog walking Serena Williams, Megan Thee Stallion. Like it was just weird.
I feel like if he's been rejected by a lot of top-notch women, Rihanna,
Yeah, because
Nicki,
he's weird. Weird.
but it's just like you're free to get anybody.
Oh,
Like didn't you have an album Certified Lover Boy? Like you're free to get anybody. Like yeah, I have to agree. Like Drake, he be making some bops though, but I don't.
he do. He do. Well, let's be clear. Drake don't make bops. He sing rap over good bops that producers make. Let's be clear.
Let me
That's one
try to
thing
see if
about
I could keep up. What did I slip on? Can I just keep up with the crowd and not be like so? What is this map? Did I pick this? This is boats, and then now I'm on the street.
okay. I'm switching over to my desktop. 1 second.
Okay. What is this? How am I up here? Oh, Lord. Is this the right way? I'm going up steps. Wow. It is the right way. Let's see if I can just stay on track. Oh my God, like why wasn't that a barrier? Where's the turn? Like, oh my, oh Lord. Mm, mm. Oh well. Haha, joke's on you, I didn't have anything. I don't know where am I going. This is gone. I just need the torpedo. Like, can I see people? Are they just so far ahead of me? Like, ooh, this is just okay, I'm gonna just like concentrate on racing till six points, which is over. Oh, this should be a barrier. I feel like that should be. Can we have a bumper option on Mario Kart? That'd be great. Yeah. This is my ranking continues to go down. I just gotta get used to the turns. Yeah. But going back to Ice Spice, like she doesn't deserve, or any upcoming young artist doesn't deserve to be ranked by greasy teenagers who have no chance of getting people their own age. And to use that as like shocking content just to get your followers up is beyond trash to me. Like let Ice Spice enjoy her fame. Let her whether you like her music or not, okay, but just leave it at that. But don't be like trying to put this young girl down. Even though like they're famous and they get all this accolades, like those type of comments and content, like they be really putting themselves through plastic surgery. Eee.
Hello.
I can hear you.
Wait, sorry. I'm trying to put you in my earbuds, but that's not happening for some reason.
Need to drift on the turns. I see what's going on. Into the dirt. And it's not working. Am I going too wide? We're just gonna try to like cut through some of this here.
Hello.
I can hear you.
There we go. Cool. So, oh, nice. Is the sound quality better?
It's a little low.
Uh,
I'm still in 12th place. Jesus. Avoid the button.
Hello.
I can hear you.
Is it still low?
No, I can hear you. You're good. You're good.
Cool beans.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, the whole Ice Spice situation is really weird. I don't. The problem is with that whole situation is that not only because well, it's weird around the board. Like as a celebrity, you're scrutinized, especially as a female black celebrity. You're scrutinized every chance of the way. Like, oh, her hair is in no, or she doesn't have a BBL, or whatever case may be. For especially for a black woman, you are scrutinized. And I'm gonna say as simply and as best as I can. Everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a nigga. And the living proof and example of that is Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian is a white woman, white, but she want to be black so bad with all her whiteness. She want to have a big ass, big titties, big lips, do 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 do. But when a black person does it, it's just weird and ugh. It's just
It's
weird.
looked as dirty, ghetto, unsophisticated, things like that. But when a white counterpart or some, comes about and does it, then it's praised as being innovative, fashion,
Hmm.
exotic, and it's completely unfair.
Exactly.
Um, yeah, so I hope that Ice Spice is able to rise above the haters and continue her success and make awesome collabs. Um, so yeah, the other attack on
No.
black women is the wig snatching.
Oh
I've
God.
seen too much of that online, and the most recent one was with Lizzie Ashley. Am I pronouncing her last name right? She's a upcoming musician out of New York. She was minding
Oh,
her.
I
Did you see
think I've
that?
seen that. It was like she was like with like two gay guys. It was like a curly green wig. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my
So
God, that was so horrible. And the guy,
yes,
did you see who the guy was?
yes.
He was a freaking lawyer.
It's like, where was this like disrespect? I got to take a U-turn. Why? That's so confusing with this map. What? Why is he going the other way?
And the part that
Mm,
really pissed me off about the whole thing is that, they, and again, they didn't get violent. They didn't get, which I
no,
would
but
have.
she was like, she had the right to confront him because, like, why would you
Exactly.
snatch her wig? Like, why would
Off her
you
freaking
bother
head.
to touch her?
And my whole thing is, everyone is online defending him like, oh, he's just drunk. He's just drunk. That's weird. Is that not still weird?
Yes, that's super weird. Like,
Like when I'm
like
drunk, I
I'll
don't just
say
walk up
this.
to people and start biting them. Like it's the same thing. Keep your hands and feet to your fucking self.
Right. You being drunk doesn't give you a pass because he had two friends with him that was telling him to apologize. What he did was
Exactly.
messed up. That's all he had to do. But no, he's like laughing it off and like being a complete jerk. Why? This man is so confusing. Why am I have to go this other way? This is super weird. I don't like this map at all. It's not like, I was doing better anywhere else.
Oh, girl.
Like,
By the way, I just got
what?
finished cooking. This food is so fucking good. Mm. Mm. I'm doing this like little meal prep thingy,
Hmm.
and it's really good because I usually eat the same thing when I'm meal prepping. But
What?
hold on. Hello.
I'm sorry. I just like, I feel like two other people just whizzed by me.
Mm.
Are
But
we all going the same direction?
like I said, when I'm doing like the meal prep thingy, it's so funny because I usually eat the same thing, and it's just a form of chicken and rice and some type of vegetable. And girl, when I tell you right now, this is so good. This is so good.
Mhm. Look.
Mm-mm. I made like a like lime, like Spanish lime chicken thingy. It was really nice. I like it.
I just need,
The best advice I could ever give, if you want some really nice crispy chicken, y'all, and you're trying to bake it, go ahead and put that and cook the chicken on a cooling rack underneath like the actual pan. It'll crisp it up, and all the fat and stuff will drip off of it. Really healthy. I love it.
mm, that's a good tip for y'all. For real. Try to eat healthy. Me,
Mm.
I'm just, whatever is quick. But yeah. Like I was very upset with that because it's like it's nothing new. We've been seeing that online for a
Mhm.
while. Like
Mhm.
for some reason, people find it hilarious to just snatch a black woman's wig
Mhm.
for like no reason.
Yeah.
Like she's minding her business, making content, just taking a picture, and it's just like whoop. And black hair is such a sensitive topic with black women. You know what I mean? Like not everybody can naturally grow the 40 inches. Our
Mhm.
hair texture has often been categorized as unkept,
Mhm.
nappy,
Mhm.
unprofessional, and things like that. So when we do certain things to our hair, whether we add extensions, do sew-ins, um, any other method to make sure that our hair is considered presentable or acceptable, and then we're
Mhm.
still attacked. Like it is just it is heartbreaking for real,
Mhm.
for real. And I'm so glad that the internet is full of detectives and they were able
Yes, honey,
to,
because they found him quick.
yes,
They put up his name, first name, last name, Facebook. They put up his picture on his like little legal app or whatever you want to call it. Like, girl, he was a lawyer, girl.
like
Mm-mm-mm.
oh Lord, like come on
A
now. And then you're
whole
caught on
lawyer
video. You are caught in 4K.
for freaking K, honey.
Like
And the
I'm
thing
glad
is,
that
what really pisses me off is that the thing, like people's excuses, like the first excuse was, oh, he's drunk, and the other one was like, oh, it was just a joke. Like, why you guys being so serious?
why you find it funny to
Yeah,
snatch
so
black
that was
women's
that's
wig
assault.
or
That's assault.
hair?
That's no different. That's no different. Like, okay, let's give an example. If I walk up to your bald ass white grandma, and she got her little powder puff wig on, and I snatch that bitch off, what's the difference? What's the difference? You went up to this black young lady and you snatched her fucking wig off. I'm gonna come up to your white grandma. I'm gonna come up to your white ass grandma. I'm gonna snatch her wig off. Now she's sitting over there wigless. I'm saying wigless,
Right. It's like it's
bald.
still assault. It's still, do I need to change vehicle? I don't
Mhm.
know. Maybe this vehicle isn't working. Or it could be me. It could be several factors and me keep coming in last. Uh,
Mhm.
but yeah, so my whole thing is like stop attacking or belittling black women um for their hair. And me being like super, super petty, I hope the law firm ends up representing her at some point. I don't know what type of
Mhm.
law
It's
firm
not
they
public.
are, but that would be like icing on the cake for me if they were like represent her in something. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like just like put extra salt in the wound
Mhm.
for
Not
him
only
because
that, like it's just weird. Like it's one thing to do horrible things. It's another thing to like do horrible things and post on the internet, and you're like you're expecting like one reaction, like, oh my god, the terrible thing like this person has done. When there are people online like literally like defending this person, it's
and it's
weird.
like
Why?
why? Like you know
What's
what
the
he
what was
did
the reason?
was foul.
And it's the whole whiteness, and it's
Not
it's
even
weird.
apologetic, oh,
He's
like
literally
not listening to his
laughing,
friend.
and like they have the camera in his face. Sometimes she just wants apology. There were people like begging him, like she just wants to, like she either like they were like she just wants apologies, like she wants to know why was that okay, like why would you do that? And he is looking at the camera, looking at her, and then laughing. Weird.
Like doesn't want to take accountability. Like
Ugh.
it's just disgusting. It really is.
And Malcolm X said it better himself. The most unappreciated, undervalued person in America is the black woman.
Seriously.
She Black women are on the bottom of the totem pole. Ugh, and that's sad.
It is really sad. So I wish her the best of luck. To be honest, if I were her, I would capitalize on this moment. I think if
Yes.
she's a musician, I think she should make a song about it
Mm-hmm.
and like samples Solange "Don't Touch My Hair."
Mm-mm-mm. Honey, I would listen to that all day long.
I feel like if she could do that as soon as possible just to capitalize on this moment.
Mm. Honey, it would be. I would be eating up. I would be wigless. Okay.
Okay.
Also, another thing on since we're on the topic, I it's it's really weird how like guys are operating nowadays. Me personally, like this, and I'm specifically talking about the whole dating scene. Men
I could do a whole
nowadays are
episode
just
on that.
men nowadays are just wild. Like they have no couth, no class whatsoever. None. Who fucking raised y'all? Who raised y'all? Ugh. Like it's just and I know what everybody gonna say. Oh, it's not all every man. Not
every black person like watermelon chicken wing, but most of us do. Let's be for real. Let's be for real.
Mm.
And it's just weird how like the vast majority of y'all are fucking weird. Like there is so much piss in the dating pool, especially if you're black, especially if you're fucking black, because you want to date outside your race, but then you scared that like shit gonna get really weird and like racial, and then you stay inside your race, and then shit is really weird and misogynistic. It's just weird. Like no matter what where you turn, it's just weird.
Well, according to Dr. Umar, he prefer if the black man stay away from the snow bunnies, as he has. Oh my God! Like, I'm really going off this map. Um, he has clearly stated his frustration against the new Spider-Verse movie, and he basically he wants to boycott it because you have Miles who is his love interest is Spider-Gwen.
Mhm.
This is nothing new. We kind of caught this from like the first movie.
Mhm.
And first, let me say, when they told Shamar Moore in an interview, I think this was with the Breakfast Club, his response didn't make any sense. I don't remember what he said, but I'm just like, bro, just oh, I asked him this. But here's my 2 cents on it because there's two sides of this. Okay, there's I understand people's frustration of not having black love being represented. That's a very
It's a valid,
valid point.
very valid.
But on the other hand, interracial relationships exist
Yes,
that are
absolutely,
not centered around fetishizing the other, if that
exactly.
makes sense.
And me personally, this is just my 2 cents on it. I do not mind interracial love. That is a okay with me. The problem is, and this is again with what I've seen with most black men, y'all don't, y'all don't want interracial love just to have it, or because you actually love and value the person. When you ask most black men, oh, why did you prefer to date her, like this white woman, and instead of like this black girl? And usually it's always the same fucking thing. Oh, what? No, loudmouth, dark, ugly.
Yeah,
Like
they're putting down black women.
yes, like I said, why do you like her? I just said like what? I didn't say what you. Come on now, like
But
let's
you
be for
didn't
real.
like we just asked like, well, what do you see in her?
Yes,
That's
like
it. You're
what?
going
You
based
know?
off negative stereotypes, like your mother doesn't
hmm
exist.
Yeah, and me personally, it boils down to misogyny, and a lot of people, I'm gonna play devil's advocate because again, not all men. A lot of women, would get angry at men, or like for example, I had a tweet a couple of days ago, and it was like a guy like rambling how easy it is for a girl, like girls don't really have to do much, or woo woo woo, and a woman commented on it and was like bullying the guy, like yeah, you crying about a system you made. And I'm gonna play men's advocate for once because again, that's hilarious. That she ate that up. She ate that up. She did. But at the same time, black men didn't create misogyny. It was not a product of black men. Now, not to say black men can't profit off of it. Of course, any man can profit off of misogynism. Any man, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, every man can profit off of it. But the whole purpose of misogyny is to uprise white men, then every other man underneath that, and then black men. And like again, just like that totem pole, black women are at the very, very fucking bottom. Black women ain't even on the totem pole, if I'm being honest with you. Black women are the dirt on the totem pole. Like, let's be
Mm,
for it. Because,
like, yeah.
now she is correct. She is absolutely 110% correct. Men profit off of misogyny, but it isn't created by black men. That's not something black men created. And I think my problem is for my what I would like to see more of black men is knowing that this is a problem, understanding it, that like this is an actual problem that is wrong with society,
and using their voice, as men, because again they profit off of this, using their voice as men to like like it's the same thing with like when you ask your white friend to like speak up against like black violence, you know, and it's
Right.
like using that power, using that voice, using this like thing that you have as someone who profit off of this to use and to like help women speak out because it's just weird. It's fucking weird.
Yeah,
I'm
I
trying to find,
mean,
I'm trying to find the tweet by the way, but go on.
no, I think like we're coming from it like now when it comes to interracial dating, it's like you can love whoever you want to love, just like don't don't put Shaniqua down.
I'm
Shaniqua don't
saying.
know you. You know what I mean? Like you are going off of negative stereotypes for real, for
Hmm.
real. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Love who you love, but don't put another ethnic group down just
Because at
because
that
you're
point, that's
dealing with some
fetishizing.
internalized racism.
Hmm.
You know what I
And at
mean?
that point, that's fetishizing. That's a fetish. Like, and it's weird.
Or yeah. So I think, but with Dr. Umar just, outright saying that, I think he's also like missing the whole point. Like the movie is super diverse. You know what I mean? We're getting
Hmm.
Jessica Cruz. We're getting Spider-Punk, which are black characters. And not just like one type of black, like we're getting an alt black and
Afro Latino.
yeah, like there's a
Miles
lot
Morales is
of
Afro Latino, isn't he?
strong black diversity representation in this film.
Hmm.
And first of all, I have to imagine like if you're a superhero, dating's kind of hard.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So it would make sense that he would date someone in the Spider-Verse. Is he gonna get Jessica Drew? No, Spider-Woman is she's already knocked up. And she's way older. So oh my God, bro. Okay, back it up, back it up, back it up. I need to back up. Where's the reverse button? Where's the reverse? I'm stuck. Wow.
Why did
Wow.
I find this tweet? Yeah, let me go on my likes. Let me like actually because I screenshot it
Okay,
though.
let me recalibrate for a second because I really got stuck and then the game kicked me out. Like, oh my
It
God.
kicked you out.
Yeah, so like I was driving, but I hit a bush. Okay, so that's why I say Quan can't see the game right now. He's with me via Discord. So I drove into the bush. I tried to back up, hit reverse. It didn't let me. That is very humbling. That is super humbling. Let's go back to single player. Let me just go back to time trials.
Mhm.
We're gonna recalibrate this whole thing for a
Oh,
second.
here it is. I found it.
Okay, go ahead,
Okay,
read the tweet
so
while I
yes.
find a better vehicle.
So the tweet I made, and I think I shared it with you too. And I said I totally agree with this statement, except black men and POC men didn't create misogyny. It was a tool created by white men to further oppress everyone who isn't a white man. Other POC slightly benefit from this. Instead of pointing fingers, educate people around you and change the narrative.
Mm, that says it all right there.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
But anywho, I'm still gonna go see the movie. I probably will go see it next week. And I think like Ariel got the same complaint because they were just like, oh, they made Prince. Is it Eric? Eric
Mm-hmm.
is still white, and she's black. So
Either which way, at the end of the day, the people are missing the point. It's not that it's not that we're mad because his love interest is a white woman. We're mad because we can't celebrate black love on a normal basis. I think that's the main problem.
there's been movies around that. Intergalactic was a really good animation that centered around
Hmm.
black love. There's another. You know what? I don't really watch black romantic movies. There's one with Issa Rae and
Oh, it's like the photographer. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. So
Oh my
there's
god, I love that
that. So
movie.
there's movies there of it. It's just like if y'all want to see more, then y'all have to get out there and write more and be able to film it. And hopefully it's not just seen on Tubi, like a major network or you know just say y'all can still push for Black love and have it represented. You know what I mean? You have to be in this. We have to go beyond love and hip hop because that
Yeah.
Black love representation right there is
Ugh. And that goes another problem because we like in media we don't ever see, and I think that's a really big not it's and again I'm not a woman but I am queer and I'm gay as fuck, and again I can't speak for all women and I damn sure can't speak for all black women, but it's just weird for me that how like black women aren't seen as like soft and like because most romantic movies, especially like rom-coms, they portrayed women to be like the sassy black friend who's like single but sassy and like sexual. They don't ever see them as like, oh, this soft woman who wants to like have a romantic relationship, you know? And the media doesn't ever show that. Media doesn't ever like present black women as these soft, desirable women who just want relationships. They're either like these like big bigoted angry women who like it's never really it's weird, fucking weird.
yeah. You have to talk to Tyler Perry too because I swear every Black woman
Girl,
lead is
why
like dealing with some type
why
of trauma. I was just like, God damn,
every
like.
movie he got it's always a black woman just going through hell, honey, going through hell,
Like I
all
get
of
like, art imitates life, but like at some point, sometimes,
them.
black women aren't dealing with all that baggage
When we gonna see a black woman that just happy, she just living her best life? When
because
we gonna see that?
you have to like that's not the element of it for a story. There has to be
What do
some
you
type
mean
of
it just a
conflict in there.
Okay, let's have most conflict white women got? Oh, she missed her hair appointment. Like, come on now. Like, let's have
When was
conflict.
the last movie where why with anybody it was like, oh, they missed their hair appointment and now like they're dealing with drama. Name that movie.
I don't know, but shit. I'm tired of seeing black women suffer in every fucking movie. Like,
It
let's
should
just
have to
have
be
a.
like suffer. I would say what Intergalactic. It's on Netflix if you haven't seen it, and
Mm-hmm.
I would say it was pretty good in terms of like what it's like to date nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Whether somebody's still dealing with feelings for their ex, or they may feel inadequate with job and level and success, um, things like that. And it was very real. Um, have you seen Intergalactic?
Mm-mm, I haven't seen that.
I
That's
think
nice.
I think you should definitely watch it. It's really, really good. And I think the quest for better representation of Black love is a very valid request. Whether it's I feel like in DC Comics, because Frankie, um if you don't follow, it's like Fantastic Frankie. If you don't follow her, you should follow her. And she made like, valid points too. Even pointing out that Dr. Umar is has become a character of himself at this point. Uh,
Yeah,
you
totally
know,
agree with that.
but she did point out that yeah, there is a lack of representation of Black love in comic books, but particularly in Marvel, or it may seem a bit forced. But I mean, in DC, there are some Black couples there. Um, Bumblebee is with uh who was the I can't think. It's so many heroes, but I see it as like we said, it may not be the center of
Exactly,
it,
and that and
it may be like
that's the
a
problem.
side episode to take a break from the main storyline or whatever. But
Hmm.
Rocket from Icon. She's like black relationship, but her story was like a struggle with her son who is artistic.
Autistic. Hmm. I've seen that
Yeah.
episode. That episode really made me cry.
Yeah, and like you really felt for her because like is a mom and a superhero and she's like dealing with all of that.
That episode really made me cry.
Yeah. So I think that what we have to do is one, we just have to get more black creators. You know what I mean? And there's so
Mhm.
many out there that are coming out with their own comic books, whether it's independently or they're getting like picked up um by these major publications. So I think what we need to, really do is make sure that we support these creators and whichever way possible, whether it's buying their content and, petition for their stuff to
Mhm.
be filmed or animated so that we can have that representation that's just not it's not forced. That's like just natural, you know. Can I stay on the road?
That's another thing. Because a lot of people always preach, "Oh, black owned business, black owned this, black owned that." Are you gonna pay them black owned prices? Because it isn't cheap being like one of the only black owned things, especially if you want to profit off of it. Like,
Mm,
because it's like people and a lot of people on TikTok, like I'm talking about TikTok specifically, like people have like these black owned businesses or like yada yada yada. Like everybody wants me to change my pricing and be more affordable. I can't. I'm not I'm not in the state where I can be affordable because I'm not this big ass corporation with all this like with all this wealth already stacked up on each other. Like whereas black
right,
owned businesses are small and probably they don't even get a lot of funding.
right, or have the grants. That's it.
Hmm.
Like that's the thing. Speaking of black-owned businesses, I have merch on my website to fundraise so that I can hire people to give them fair wages as we expand and create more content because trying to do this
Hmm.
on my own has been a struggle. But I don't want anybody to work for me for free. So you can go ahead to my website, noirneonvibes.org/shops and copy you a shirt. Oh, yay, I beat myself. Uh, Cop a shirt, a coffee mug, a backpack, mouse pad, magnet, whichever. Um, if you don't see a product that you like on there, I can make it on Printify. That's how I make my merch. So, and also like if you can't really buy anything, you can always support by sharing, subscribing. If I get
Yeah,
it,
exactly.
like if I get 1,000 subscribers, whether it's on Twitch or YouTube, I'll be eligible for monetization.
Hmm.
So certain things like you guys keep watching, share, don't keep me a secret, share with your buds, bring more
Hmm.
people, follow, things like that really, help a brand grow. And it's free.
Exactly.
You won't have to pay anything. You just hit that like, subscribe, follow button, and it makes all the difference in the world. You can share my content if you really agree with it and really like it, you know, and that truly helps. I'll probably do one more race by myself. I'll probably do a up other more episodes of racing by myself so that I could get better before I go back online because like I'm getting my ass kicked for real, for real. But yeah, I mean, just to kind of sum up the vibe of what I'm seeing is because we're in a time where we're seeing more black leads, not just in live action, but in animation as well. And I don't want that to be sullied by, this complaint like chasing a snow bunny or like going like or the whole controversy around interracial relationships. Like we have black leads now.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? That's really
And
making waves in
also,
Hollywood.
but sorry, because I just want to top on the interrelational dating one more time. It's weird because black men always are like, to me, because this is what I see, especially on fucking Twitter. I always see black like whenever a white woman is like dating a black man, like she's posting like vacation pictures, my boo or something like that. Black men are so quick to go in the comments and be like, oh, there's see this is the problem. There's all these black queens, and they don't want a man. Okay, well, what's the difference when they say the same thing to y'all when y'all with a white woman?
Mm.
Y'all be the first ones
Oh,
in the comments.
wow. Just so quick off the edge.
They the first in the comments calling, Simone, nobody wants you navigating ninnies and all this other and third. Girl, like there's always this double
It's
standard.
the double standard.
Gross.
Well,
I hate
here's
double
here's
standard.
my theory when it comes to interracial dating. I think I mostly see it because like there are more black women who are going to college and that are making more money, that are really working, and oh, so like our black counterparts are not matching that.
Mhm.
And to be like, oh my God, like how like okay. So to be perfectly frank, most women, regardless of race, don't really want to. Sorry, I just like had to fix that. Don't want to like race. I'm sorry, not race, but don't want to date backwards. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It's like at a certain age and at a certain point in your life, it it may not apply to everybody because the pandemic certainly thrown a wrench in things. The economy is different
Mhm.
than what it used to be. It's like at a certain point you expect your life to be at a certain stage, you know? Like I have a good job after college, so like in my mid 20s, and then I could save up to get a house in my 30s and hopefully be married by then. And then, but like everybody has a different situation. People have different things going on, and it's like, and it's also a stigma to date downward anyway. Oh my God, I thought this racetrack would be easier. I'm really falling off. Mm. But yeah, I feel like it's hard to really find someone in that is like your same ethnicity and still be like on the same level as you.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? That's a
Exactly.
struggle. Like I have a coworker that's married and they both have their doctorate.
Mm.
Gay couple,
Mm.
by the way. So
Oh my God. You know what? God really got favorites. I'm so sick of it. I'm sick. I'm sick.
but I was just like, that is beautiful. You know what I mean? Like both got their doctorates around. I think they went to the same school or
You
whatever,
know
and
what? At
just
this
got their
point,
doctorate. So they're gonna be making six figures together and all of that.
go ahead, shoot me in the head, Flo. Come on, pull
I'm
the
just
trigger.
saying that
And
that's
I'm just
rare
saying,
though,
get the
but
gun.
that's
Get the
black.
gun,
I don't think I have to put you out of your misery. But
please. Right
I'm
between
just
the eyes.
saying I'm saying how rare that is though. Like
It
where do we
is.
be
It
seeing
is.
that? That it
It
sounds
is.
like it's something out of a movie. For real, for real. Like it's surreal.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. Thanks for letting me know. Like,
I'm just saying
and the
like but
thing
I'm
is,
saying that's rare. I'm saying like where else would you like really find that?
yeah.
It's
Also,
hard.
with that being said, it's not as well. Just to top it off just a little bit. It's not that rare because you have it's less rare with a gay couple, especially a like a male gay couple, because you have these two men who obviously can have kids, and they either spend more time focusing on their like either they spend more time focusing on their relationship and like work and home life instead of like a lot of things are happening, we should have a kid, whereas like no, we're gonna live fun and we're gonna do whatever we want to do, and we don't have to worry about having kids, not unless like they choose to do so.
Right.
So it's less rare in the gay world, but still it's still rare just in general.
I get what you're saying. It's like they don't have to worry as much, and they don't have like it's that that many obstacles. But
Yeah,
it's just like I
it's
would say
rare.
this. This may be a slightly off topic, but I would say like there shouldn't be any barriers
Hmm.
to dating, and you shouldn't lower your standards either just to try to find somebody. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like you already know my last, dating experience, but we came to a general understanding that we are just not in the place to really give each other what we want. Where I can sustain myself with one job, he has
Hmm.
to take multiple and also
Hmm.
dealing with other type of drama.
Hmm.
So, I mean, I would say even though that we had a vibe or whatever, it's not worth really pursuing if you can't put time into the relationship. I think somebody else said like got on a person for I forgot her name, but she was talking about like I don't know if she said specifically she wouldn't date a bus driver. She would say like she would only date a bus driver if he owned the bus.
Oh, I've seen that fucking podcast. Stop giving black people fucking podcasts. Like, let me rephrase that. That sounded kind of messed up. Stop giving ignorant ass niggas podcasts. How about that? Because you got these. It's just ugly. Like, and then and everyone is so fucking superficial and shit. It's just weird and ugly. Like, nobody wants to hear that. Want to hear
Like
that?
to her point, I think what she's looking for is somebody that's ambitious, somebody that doesn't want to be stuck. Because I think,
No. But like not only that, like you like me personally, I don't feel like that's a reasonable thing to say because somebody got to drive a fucking bus. Like
right? I
let's
think,
be for real,
yeah, I
and
think
it's not even a
okay.
bad
Let's say that.
job. It's a government
I think
job.
there shouldn't be anything to punch down those that are working like blue collar jobs, because all
Exactly.
of those services are needed.
Yes.
Um,
Not to mention that's a government job.
right, and it's pretty secure. Well, I don't know what's going on with DC Metro, but
In other
for the
places,
most part, it's pretty
yeah,
secure. Is
that's a government job, honey. Come on now.
right, and so like think with the point that she may be getting at and what a lot of others do is like if she's in a point where she is making millions,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? I think that
Which
she
she
wants
isn't. She
somebody
ain't
that's
making
probably
millions.
making the same so
Hmm.
that they could spend equal time together. And I think that was the issue that I had with my last I'm gonna call it a fling. It wasn't even like, oh, I beat myself. So,
It was a fling.
yeah.
But yeah, it's just, and that's a very reasonable thing to have because again, people forget that relationships are like are amalgamation of a lot of things. You just can't have you just relationships isn't just all communication. Relationship isn't all sex. Relationships isn't all finances. A relationship is an amalgamation of a lot of things. You are two people who live your entire lives from that moment before your relationship. You have to like, and again, there's different forms of relationship, but usually a monogamous relationship is you are really setting aside not only your time, your money, but everything with this person. And people are so it's just it's people forget how much like how big of a deal that is. It really is. And I thought and my personal advice for everyone who wants a relationship, do you really want a relationship? Because nine times out of ten, you don't want a relationship. You just don't want to be fucking alone. And
Right.
that's what it is.
That
You don't want a
part.
relationship. You don't want to sit there and spend the time, money, and effort to actually be in a relationship. You just don't want to be alone. Prime fucking example. I was talking to this one guy, and I know people are going to be like, oh, hookup culture, hookup. Ain't no such thing as fucking hookup culture. We all grow. We can say if we don't want to hook up or not. And so, I was talking to this one guy, and literally, this is just me literally talking to him on Bumble. We have not met up in person. And I was talking to him, just shooting the breeze, and I mentioned to him that, I think he was cool people. And The way it just kept on getting worse and worse and worse every damn conversation. I was telling him that I thought he was cool people, and that I personally wasn't ready for a relationship or anything like that. Again, this is our first time talking, so I made it very clear in our first interaction that I did not want a relationship, and that if it was possible, when we do finally meet up, because again we're just talking, I wouldn't mind to just have a physical relationship, solely physical.
Like a
And I told him
situationship.
no, just FWB,
Okay.
and and a lot
Wait,
of people that have
FWB, what?
friends with benefits,
Okay.
and apparently that means a lot of things to different. That means different things to a lot of people. And I was, and he communicated with me and his thought process about that, and I was like, that's fine, and I respect that, but that's not what FWB means to me. Friends with benefit is that we take time out of our schedule to do adult things together, and then we go about our business. We still
I don't
talk
know
and
why you're
text.
censoring yourself. I can label this explicit.
Oh, okay, cool. Um, we can fuck. Oh, I've been cursing this whole time, so let me stop. Oh, I just realized that, little girl, potty mouth. I'll be realizing I'm cursing till it already came out of my mouth. Anyway, but we like people, grown people fuck all the time, and the problem that I have most about this is that if I'm grown enough to communicate with you, we grown enough to fuck, you know. And I'm telling you that, hey, I don't want a monogamy relationship. That's not something I personally can do right now. For me, I'm communicating that with you because again, I don't want to lead you on into something that I would not be able to offer up or consistently offer up. You know, that's what communication is. I'm telling you right at the fucking door what I can and will offer in this relationship, and that's what a friends with benefits is. We are friends that also have sexual benefits. That's what it
Hmm.
is. And along with that is that I was telling him I would like a consistent friends with benefits. I don't want somebody. I don't want a one night stand or yada yada. I don't want that. I want somebody who will
Oh my God.
consistently, free their schedule because I will free my schedule because again, I work a lot. I like you said, I work a lot. I work mostly nights, and I'm a server, so all my weekends are busy as fuck. I'm never really free when it's most applicable for most people. So it will either be a late night booty call or sometime in like early to mid afternoon when I'm off of work. You know.
Right.
And so when I was communicating with that with him, this son of a bitch will tell me, well, how that's going for you. First of all, don't like your tone. I don't. I don't. And I'm about to curse you the fuck out because what do you mean by that? But I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not gonna do it. So I was communicating with him, and this is me. I told him, well, it hasn't been going good because a lot of guys miss the mark. And what I mean by that is when guys, and again, I'm just specifically talking about like gay relationships because I cannot give my two cents on anybody else's, relationship status. But as me for a gay man, and with other gay men or DL men or whatever you want to call it, men who like men who would like the sexual company of another man, because people label shit all different things. You still gay regardless, unless you identify as bisexual, pansexual, bitch. Anyway, because you be as DL as you want, you still like a booty hole. Anyway, I was telling him that men fall short in that because either you have two sides of the coin. Either you sit up there and you promote relationship, and that you want a relationship when in actuality you just want to have sex. That's the
Hmm.
first thing. Or
Hmm.
the second thing is we make it very clear up front that we just want a physical thing, but it isn't consistent, and that's the biggest problem I have. I don't
Mm.
mind a sexual relationship. That's not something that I'm gonna like fault or mind about. That is something that is cool with me because again, I said it at the beginning with. I only want a sexual relationship. The problem is that y'all don't want consistent sex because most men hate fucking commitment. And that's the problem. Y'all post online how y'all just want some pussy or whatever. You want this, you want that, you want that. Y'all just want to fuck. Y'all can't even commit to that. Men are online thirsting over things, and like, but y'all can't even fucking commit to just sex, casual sex. Why? Why? You goddamn monkey. Like, come, like it just
Please,
it
no,
pisses me
not a
off so
monkey.
much. It pisses
Not a
me off
monkey.
so much. Like, so I hate y'all so much, and I want y'all to know I hate y'all. Cause why? Why is it that consistent sex, and when somebody's offering it to you, and this is my problem because a lot of men will sit there, they pull the, oh, I don't want a relationship, I'm not ready, I'm still finding myself. Cool, let's just have sex, and you can't do that, girl. Go ahead, go waste somebody else's time, disappoint somebody else, because I'm busy, I'm fucking busy. And when I told him that, he was like, and I swear to God, this was his reaction. I told him that. He goes, and I quote, well, I'm more of a two-night stand type of guy.
So he hits it twice, then dips.
Flo, I blocked that man that moment, that second. When that message popped on my phone, it took me 3.5 nanoseconds to block that man. Because this is the part that really pisses me off. Like, I'm literally fuming. How do you, as a man, talk yourself out of sex? How? How?
I mean,
I'm
they do it all
offering
the
sex.
time. They do it all the time. It's
They
not.
do. They do. They fucking
They
do.
literally do.
Every time. But
It's
but the difference is, and oh, okay, and again, I'm not gonna speak for a lot of women. I'm not gonna speak for a lot of women because I'm not a woman. But I feel as though a lot of women aren't just out here just you know just flat out saying that I would like a physical sexual relationship because and again, I'm not a woman, so I don't know. But I haven't met a
say.
woman. I haven't met a woman that would talk to a man on Tinder or Bumble, whatever the case may be, and tell a
First of
man
all,
that,
all
hey,
those dating apps are trash.
they fucking
I
are.
feel like if you're gonna be interested in meeting anybody, just meet them in person. I don't have time to just decipher whether or not you're a catfish or not. I've watched too
Hmm.
many episodes. Don't
Girl,
wish to be played. Like,
I got catfish
I would say this.
once.
I haven't been actively seeking. It's just,
Have you ever
it's
been
so
catfished?
no.
Girl, that is hell.
That's
That
why
shit.
it's like I don't want to risk it with like um online dating. I rather like if I know you from whatever social gathering or whatever, that's cool. At least I know that you are who you say you are.
Hmm.
Like you at least look like what you look like.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But the cos, I, I think I'm sorry. I like you just have to be careful with the cosplay
girl,
events
because they be,
because it's like,
it,
oh, they look cute in the costume, and then like, oof, go to their Instagram.
and then you see a fucking piglet. Like, what's going on? Put that costume
Like,
back on. Put it the fuck back on.
I was
I like you
dying.
better. I like you better as goddamn Vegeta. What is this? Please,
Please.
please.
But my whole thing, okay, so this is my 2 cents with like the whole relationship thing. And I get what you mean with like consistency. My whole thing is like communicate consistently. You know what I mean?
Yes,
If we
yes.
were often talking almost every day, I don't
Mhm,
need no switch up because now I think either something's going on or you have lost interest.
mhm,
Damn it. But you either like have lost interest and just but you don't want to necessarily cut ties either, which is dumb. Either you
mhm.
tell me that you are no longer interested and let us go our separate ways as opposed to you wasting my time.
That
'Cause
pisses
I
me off too. Like the whole ghosting thing. But and I will say this: at the end of the day, even if they ghost you, ain't shit you can do about it. Like you can complain about it all day long, and I know that sounds harsh, but it's just a realization I had. No matter how many times we have good conversations, we go on dates, woo, woo, woo. Everything can be a green light to us. You don't know what they're dealing with because again, you are just now talking to this person. They could be doing a lot right now. This person could be. You don't know who the fuck this person is. And the moment they ghost you, you're like, damn, they ghosted me. You just gotta accept it, sis.
but
Like, ain't
it's the
nothing else you can do.
closure though, it's like why though? Because like this is this
Wait.
other show on
Mhm.
um I don't think they brought it back because I think it was just like getting way too messy. Um, but it was like this show, like Ghost Me or whatever, and they
Hmm.
tracked that like this one person contacts them, just like I'm trying to figure out why this person ghosted me. Um, it was a wild ride. I can see why they didn't bring that back. It was too much.
It was a
It
show
was
about
too
ghost
much.
people
It
ghosting.
was people ghost, whether it's like, oh, I secretly slept with your ex. Oh, I found out that you were a Trump supporter or conservative, or oh, I ghosted you because you wanted too much sex. Like it was, oh my
Girl.
God. It was just like these are things you could have easily said. What
Yeah,
I
you're right.
do, I will tell you why I am blocking you.
Yeah.
So
But you
there's
gotta
no
remember,
confusion. I don't need
you're
you to
right. You're
send
right.
nobody to look for me. We don't have to have a sit down on a conversation. This text message is the conversation.
Yeah. We've been texting this whole time. But again, you gotta remember, you gotta realize, not everybody is emotionally responsible and emotionally as aware as you are. And then people, that's just a fact. And it's a spectrum because some people are more emotionally aware of some other people. Some people like it's a really big ass spectrum. And I feel like you and me are very 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 emotionally aware, and we know how to communicate how we feel, and how we want to feel in the future. And I feel like we do a really good job of communicating that to a way that everyone is able to understand fully. Not everybody can communicate like us. Not everybody can like put
But
their
everybody
feelings into
should. It's
words.
not that hard. It's like when
And
you go, I feel like when you go somebody, you are, it's like a form of trauma. So now it affects the next relationship.
you're
You
right.
know what I'm
You're
saying?
right.
It's
But
like,
like I said, at the end of the day, ain't shit you can do about it. Like I get the whole closure thing. I really do. Seriously, I really, really do. But at the end of the day, 9 times out of 10, you was not gonna get that closure because no matter how much you tell the person, like, "Hey, I don't appreciate you do," if they never respond, if they block you before you get a chance to block them, what closure you gonna get? Like there, like closure, to me, and I had to realize this for myself. Closure isn't what the other person thinks, or what was your thought process in the moment. Closure isn't for them. It's just like forgiveness. Forgiveness is for us. Closure is for us. You know. And then
ye-
you gotta look into yourself like, hey, maybe this person just wasn't, available. Maybe this person wasn't emotionally available. And then you gotta think to yourself, if they can't ever communicate to me when they want to go before they ghost me, do I really want to be in a fucking relationship with them in the first place? Fuck no.
granted, but like, here's the thing. I'm cool with it ending, but you're gonna tell me why it's ending. You're gonna
You
tell me why.
nosy. Your
No,
ass is just
because it's like
nosy.
it's not just being nosy. It's just like you're gonna tell me why. I'm not going out like that because maybe it's something that I did that I didn't realize that was a problem, and I needed
Hmm.
to have some awareness so that I can fix it. But you're not
Yes,
just about to be like dip and say it's over and then not tell me why.
exactly. And
So
again, that's because
nah.
you are what? Emotionally aware. Not everybody's emotionally aware, sis. I'm trying to tell you. It's a lot of fucking men who ain't fucking emotionally aware. A lot of them. Most of them, if I'm being real honest with you, sis.
I mean, granted, because it's like they've been conditioned not to show their emotional side. It's like, but let me tell you
And
something funny. This will probably be the last thing we talk about because we're gonna like wrap up and I got work tomorrow. But like
okay.
the last thing that I've kind of noticed with men online, whenever
Hmm.
a woman says that she doesn't need a man, and then all of a sudden they start listing their handyman resume. It's like, well, who are you gonna get to change the tire? Who are you gonna do to get to fix the toilet? Who are you gonna do to fix the faucet? Who are you gonna get to like? I'm like, do men need to be needed?
Yeah,
And it's like if the only thing they could provide is being like an in-house handyman, that's not enough nowadays
it's
at
not.
all.
It's really not. And with that being said, I can't ever do half these fucking tasks. Like, I'm serious. Like, I am so fucking serious. My ex couldn't do a damn thing. Couldn't change a tire. couldn't even damn near plug in a light bulb. Let's be for real. Because and every man that puts in that fucking who you gonna do, can you do it? Because you in a woman's business. Go build me a house, goddamn it. Do that. How about that? Brick by brick, pebble by motherfucking pebble.
And
How about that?
let me just say this part because I feel right. Oh wait, no, I don't want to, of course. So I feel like every time a guy says like, "Oh, you can't live without a guy," I think when a woman said like she doesn't need a man, it's like she's saying that she is financially stable enough to take care of herself, that she does not require marrying another.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? It's not like what it was
Yeah,
in the 50s where we or
you
way back
had to.
when where we can't, really fend for ourselves or couldn't really own anything without being married to a guy. It's like we're able to really do things on our own. And if we were to be in a relationship, it's like you need to be more than a handyman. It's like you
Yeah.
need to provide like emotional support. Like you need to be there to have my back. You need to like come in with no drama, no nothing, and like work as hard at this relationship as I do. Because if the minute you start having an attitude and being problematic, I could easily cut you off and
Hmm.
not think twice about it
Exactly.
and
Also,
still and make sure my peace is protected.
exactly. Also, friend, let me tell you something. And shout out to the TikToker who told me this. Whenever I get bored, I want me a man. I dead ass go down to my local Home Depot and I just look lost. And I wait for a man to help me, and it is just so fun. And
Please.
I get my makeup done. I wear something like slutty, but not too slutty. I still look like a whore, but like not like a classy whore, like what do you call them? Escort. And I go down there, and I got a shopper cart. I ain't buying shit. And I'm
Oh
just
my
looking.
God.
I'm like, oh, what does this do? Girl, I love it. I love it.
That
Mm-mm-mm.
is such.
Yep. And it worked. Five, and I will say this. I will say this. Out of 5 times, that has worked four, four out of 5 times, sis.
So you pulling at Home Depot?
Yes, yes. Absolutely. You damn Skippy. And guess what? It worked. The results are in, baby.
Oh my
The
God.
results are in. And girl, it is so funny because I be asking, and imagine me, because me personally, this is just me. My new dating requirement, you got to be able to fix something in my house. If you
Please,
can't
you're
fix
part of the problem. You're part of the
Girl, I don't
problem.
care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. You got to fix something in my house. I don't. And then my whole thing is because if you can't at least fix something in my house, like what are we gonna do? If I are you gonna and when I call somebody to fix it, are you gonna pay for them? Because those are the only two options. Because what do I need you for? If you yourself can't fix it, or if you yourself can't call somebody to fix it and pay for it, then I don't need you. Because either one of these two things will happen. Either I am gonna date somebody who can fix it, or I'm gonna call somebody to fix it myself because I have the money to do it. What are you here? What are you contributing? And that's the problem. Because a lot of men are like, oh, we do this, we do that. What are you contributing? Like, let's be for real. Because I can get dick anywhere,
Oh my
anywhere.
God.
I can get it anywhere I want.
But my whole
What?
point was that a man's self-worth can't just be Mr. Fix It. It's like he has to
Hmm.
bring more to the table than that.
Yeah, and but a lot of men can't even fix it. A lot of men can't fix because, and like I said earlier, men are like they just aren't emotionally aware. So if you can't even be emotionally aware, at least be able to fix some shit. You know? Like let's be for real. Let's be for real. At least be able to fix something because a lot of men aren't fucking emotionally aware. And God forbid you found one. Oh God forbid. Please, once you find one, sis, let me know. Let me know. Please let me know. I haven't been able to find an emotionally available man, emotionally conscious man since 1954. I was born 1997, by the way, just so we're clear. Like for real. Like when are we going to find a like? And then this is not me going around like, oh, men can't do this, men can't do. The men can go. It's called therapy. Boom, therapy. Just like come on now, let's go to therapy for like a year, maybe 2 years, and then right like after that 2 year stretch, you will be at least emotionally conscious, and you can start making the better choices. Men can't even fucking do that. Instead, you sit here and complain on fucking Instagram and Twitter how women back in the day used to be able to cook and clean in the kitchen. You can but cook and clean the fucking kitchen. Like, oh god, god, that there's so much piss in the dating pool, so much piss. Yeah, every last one of y'all choke. Mm-mm.
Here's a joke. I was just saying, like, don't be easily offended when a woman says like she doesn't really need y'all. That's all she's
Yeah,
saying. Because I mean, the reaction is like it's the same every time. Like I've seen every time like a woman that says that, it's just like, oh, who's she gonna get the fix? Like you can pay for him, and the best thing they'll leave afterwards.
yeah. And I think the
So
problem is, and I think, and let's look this like even down on like a smaller level. And the problem is, men want to feel needed.
that's what
Okay.
I'm saying. I'm just like, it's very bizarre. I'm just like,
Yeah.
and
That's
then
trauma, sis. That's trauma. That is class A daddy trauma. Like that is girl. Okay, prime example. Prime example. Let's prime fucking example. Okay, cool. So you ever had a man like let's get the whole fixing shit problem. So you ever had a man like nailing something in, and he like slams his thumb and he screams, "You fucking idiot!" Ah! Like that's not him. That's his daddy. That's his daddy. That's his daddy talking. Okay.
mm,
Men have a lot of trauma because they don't feel needed. They don't feel like you know needed. And most women, because again, I can't talk for women, but most women problem is that they don't want to be needed. They want to be valued. They want to be heard.
but their value has to be outside of like being Mr. Fix It. Like your value has to be like, oh, you're there for me, supporting me emotionally. Like,
Yes.
oh, how did I get off the track on this one? Oh my God. Okay. So, but okay, so let's say a good example. Did we talk about Beef?
Hmm?
The one on Netflix.
Be. Oh no, I didn't see. I girl, I didn't watch it yet. I wanted to, but the
Serious?
other, I didn't. I'm sorry, I didn't. The other actor was a fucking rapist, and it threw me off. I'm gonna watch it eventually. I am.
He's not the lead though. He's not the lead.
I know, but it's still not. Ugh.
Yeah, I beat myself. Okay, but I would just say like Ali Wong's husband in the show was like
Mm,
he was clueless. He was kind of dumb.
hmm
Um, but he was there to offer emotional support.
And that sometimes that gets them to the home stretch. Most men can't even fucking do that. And like I said, the only thing that will solve that is fucking therapy. God, like just be self-aware for 2 seconds.
But I mean that's pretty much. I think we could close on that note because we talked about like so much.
We
But
did.
to
We did.
to wrap it up in a more positive note after like venting all of that
Mhm.
is one is like leave black women alone. Do not try
Mhm.
to rank us. Do not try to snatch our wigs.
Mhm.
When it comes to representation of black love, yeah, we definitely need to work on that. But let's not take away with what's currently out there in terms of like black representation. We have
Mhm.
Afro Latino, we have black women with actual natural hair, and alternative black being or alt black, if you like alternative rock music, punk, things
Mhm.
like that, that's being represented in the Spider Verse right now. So that's a pretty solid win right there.
Yeah.
Ariel is number one. I'm not Ariel, but like the Little Mermaid is number one in the box office, despite like negative reviews that are like probably made by racists.
Mhm.
Um, so I feel like black representation is being made out there. Yes, there's a lot more work to be done, and I
But a
encourage
win is a win.
anybody
A win
that,
is a win.
yeah, a win is a win. A win is a win. But overall, it's like for any young content creator, writer, illustrator out there, like you can create the representation that you crave to see.
Absolutely.
And there's so many that are out there now that are making waves. They're getting published by not just independent, but um like big name publishers. So there's a space out there for you. And just a little tidbit, Awesome Con is coming up. So I encourage you, because I have a former student that wants to like create their own comic book. And when we met up at Awesome Con, like I was like encourage him to talk to other creators, things like that, to really network and just to reach out, whether it's for an internship or just give advice. So there's space out there for sure. Um, Real quick, again, if you want to race me, because it'll probably be an easy win. Again, here's my friend code, Mascara, and then as always, make sure that you follow me on all my social media platforms. Uh, Noir Neon Vibes on Instagram and Twitter. I am not on Snap or TikTok because that sounds so exhausting. But I am also on Facebook. So there's that. And then of course, if you want to be part of the conversation and give your 2 cents of whatever that I'm talking about, feel free to do so in the chat. I'm going to continue to get better. I didn't fall off the track as much this time. I just gotta get used to the steering. Also, like, really, maybe I just need to work on my upper body because, like, steering is appeared to be a workout somewhat. Um, but thank you again, Zaquan, for coming on to the show and giving your insight. You always give great insight. Where can the people follow you?
Yes. You guys can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram name is Jen Hicks. HICKS121. You'll follow me on Instagram, and you can also follow my hilarious content, because I'm funny, on Twitter. It's Gin_Hicks. Okay?
It's still Jen
And
Hicks, but you had to put an underscore.
yeah, right in the middle between Jen and Hicks.
Got it. Okay.
Yep. And you guys, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Also, follow me on TikTok if you can. Um, what is my TikTok name? Hold on real quick,
What are
because I
you doing on
definitely,
TikTok?
huh?
What are you doing on TikTok?
What am I doing on TikTok? I make makeup videos.
Oh, okay.
But
I was
you can
like,
follow me. Oh my god, my TikTok name is my full legal name. It's crazy. Uh, that's weird. I want to change that. Don't like that at all. My TikTok name is SYQUANCLARK. My full legal name, no spaces. I don't like that. That makes me very uncomfortable. That
okay.
makes me very uncomfortable. Okay. And again, I want to leave off this as a positive note. Like I said, I know I went on a really huge rant about how men are just terrible. But I do want to end the conversation with, like, not all men are terrible. Okay, not every last man are terrible. Not only that, every man who is terrible has the potential to not be terrible. Okay, every man has the potential to go to therapy, seek out better help, and change their way that they think that they currently think. You have that power. You have that ability. You have free will to do whatever you want and to say whatever you want. No one can stop you because it doesn't change anything. But you also have the power to change how you feel, how you want to feel about things, and be more informed about it. There's potential.
There you go. That's a good note to end on. So remember, you guys, it's okay to vent, but make sure that you drive safely while you do so. You really need to work on a closer for this show. In the
Ooh, I like
meantime,
that one.
what? What's the closer one?
Or like a road rage closer. What normally people say in road rage? I don't know. I've been rough. I'm the SpongeBob.
Same. Well, pump the brakes. No, no. I'm gonna workshop it. It's gonna get there. In the meantime, I will check you guys later. Thank you for watching. Make sure that you share and follow me on all channels.
Bye
Bye.
bye.